en la anteúltima etapa del Dakar, que viene de San Juan. ¡Que viva el Dakar!
Welcome to Dakar 2017. It's make or break time as the competitors head into the penultimate stage of this year's rally. There is a fine line between triumph and disaster on the long road from San Juan to Rio Cuarto. A wedding anniversary gift with a difference. This year, Carlos and Maria are celebrating their union by taking part in the Dakar. A 10,000 kilometre labour of love, which will throw up a few surprises.
It's tough, but we've been in difficult situations before. We will get it sorted. We don't have any other choice.
Their only experience of rally raid was the Desafío Ruta 40 in Argentina, but the Dakar is a different animal. I'm a genius at navigation, but physical labour isn't my thing. Those of us at the back work twice as hard as the others. We have to deal with trucks, churned up tracks. It's tough, but we can handle it. On the high Bolivian plains, the hail begins to fall. Hours of frustration start to take their toll on the Argentine couple.
We're still stuck here. We can't get out. We need to get out of here.
Unfortunately, nobody is rushing to Carlos and Maria's aid, although they are at least pulled out of harm's way.
This is the real Dakar.
Day is fading and the couple are still awaiting a good Samaritan. Their romantic idyll has been reduced to sand, darkness and a stream of trucks. Drained by the day's ordeal, Maria and Carlos are close to breaking point. But most good love stories have a happy ending, and the couple are eventually rescued by Michel Boucou, who is clearing the tracks with his 2 assistance trucks. He agrees to tow the couple the remaining 50 kilometres over the sand and the dunes to the bivouac. They will eventually arrive at 5 a.m, having spent almost 24 hours in their car. A day that, for better or worse, Carlos and Maria will never forget. Previously in the bikes, Joan Barreda grabbed his 3rd stage win of the Dakar, but last week's 1-hour penalty ended his hopes of overall victory. It's good, but we came here with one objective, to win the Dakar, and we didn't manage it. KTM's Matthias Walkner navigated the wilderness and climbed up the standings.
Come from 4th to 2nd, of course it's pretty good.
While ice-cool Sam Sunderland extended his lead and stands on the cusp of victory.
I'm dreaming, and I just need to try and keep focus and keep on the job, and because I know at the same time it can disappear like that.
Yesterday, in the bikes, a number of Dakar dreams went up in smoke on the scorching road from Chilocito to San Juan. Pablo Quintanilla was hoping to be the first South American to win the class, but the Chilean, running 2nd overall, crashed after hitting a rock. Disorientated, complaining of dizziness, he was taken to hospital where it was revealed that he'd lost consciousness and suffered head trauma. Well, many riders suffering in the extreme heat, while Ricky Brabeck's Dakar was ended by a mechanical problem. Quintanilla given a warm welcome back at the bivouac, and the Husqvarna star is now determined to come back even stronger. It's the ugly side of our sport. Of course, it's something you never want to see, but it's part of racing. I just hope that this experience will make me stronger in the future. Nearly 300 competitive kilometres to cover today in a stage of 2 halves. First up at the San Juan dunes before hitting the rapid tracks of the Cordoba region on the way to Rio Cuarto. So the sun rising on a potentially decisive day for Dakar 2017. Gerard Faris out to defend his spot on the podium after moving up to 3rd yesterday. Michael Mech looking to bounce back from the disappointment of missing out on a first Dakar stage win. The Frenchman was slapped with a 1-hour penalty for missing a waypoint. Franco Caimi has been one of the revelations of this Dakar. The Argentine's taken over as the top rookie after a string of impressive performances in recent days. Adrian van Beveren was 3rd overall until he lost half an hour yesterday, and the Frenchman really slipping through the gears in this 11th stage, sweeping past Laia Sanz on his way to a brilliant 3rd place, and he now leads Faris by just 12 seconds. Pierre-Alexandre René came into the stage in 6th place. He was just a few minutes shy of Joan Barreda. The Frenchman also putting in a solid shift, finishing 6th, but he was outdone by the Hondas. Now how about this for a hugely impressive ride from Stefan Svitko. He was taken to hospital yesterday after collapsing, but returned to finish 8th today. Meanwhile, all eyes were on this man, Sam Sunderland, bidding to become the first British winner of the Dakar in any category. The KTM rider survived a scare when he was forced to stop for several minutes, but he recovered to finish safely in 5th place, and his lead is now up to 33 minutes. Decidedly, Joan Barreda has been one of the main men of Dakar 2017, even if his chances of winning the rally went out of the window when he and his Honda teammates were given a 1-hour penalty last week for an illegal refuel. It was another superb ride from the Spaniard to secure 2nd place. No, it was really tricky to open the road today. Throughout the stage, I was under a lot of pressure. There were animals and lots of people on the side of the road, but still, I had a great day. However, it was his fellow Honda rider Paulo Gonçalves who won the day. After 3 second-place finishes this year, the Portuguese veteran finally topping the podium, and it was a 4th consecutive stage victory for the Japanese manufacturer. Well, I'm very happy with this individual performance, but it's also down to the work of everyone at Honda throughout the season. It's been a real team effort. So another Honda 1-2 with Gonçalves edging Barreda, Van Beveren putting over 3 minutes into Faris, and Sunderland safely in 5th place. So barring disaster, Sunderland should become the first British winner of the Dakar, but the battle's really on for the podium. Just 12 seconds separate Van Beveren and Faris, with Barreda not far off. Yesterday in the quads, emotions were running high for Nelson Sanabria. The Paraguayan lost nearly 3 hours, ending his hopes of the podium. Well, the truth is I was counting on this stage to gain time and positions, and then my quad broke. It's absolutely devastating. On to today's stage, where 2014 winner Ignacio Casale was looking to close the gap on the leader Sergei Karyakin. The Chilean letting biker Vincent Crosby of Botswana show him the way. Casale with over 21 minutes to make up on Karyakin, but motoring along nicely. This man though was 10 seconds faster than Casale through the first special section, Daniel Domazewski. The Argentine well off the pace in the overall, but he'll be determined to reach his hometown of Buenos Aires tomorrow after retiring last year. 2015 winner Rafael Sonic has had a Dakar to forget. He's over 5 hours down on Karyakin, but he also had a decent day on his Raptor 700. Karyakin, though, looking untouchable. The leader and rally favourite living up to his billing in style. He had an 11-minute lead after the first special section. The 25-year-old on course to become the first Russian to win a Dakar category other than the trucks.
In the Malmoto class for bike riders with absolutely no assistance but one trunk, Tuomas Trisa leads the way. The Estonian on his Husqvarna is currently 31st in the overall standings. If he manages to avoid trouble, Trisa should comfortably win his class. In second spot is Argentine Jose Julian Kozak, over 2 hours behind the leader in this class. Back in the T2 class as one of the official Toyota Autobody drivers, Christian Lavieille is closing in on a first triumph in his production vehicle. The Frenchman is currently 24th overall and has a comfortable lead of over an hour over his teammate Akira Miura. We have to remain extremely focused in terms of driving and navigating. The mechanics also have to be very careful of what they're doing at the bivouac. The finish is only on Saturday. Both Toyota drivers are heading for a triumphant double. In the peaceful Argentinian countryside, the village of Guandacol now has a close relationship with the Dakar. Indeed, a few years ago, it was in that pueblo that a Chilean driver saw his pickup go up in flames. Since that day, the vehicle was kept and mounted on a pillar and is celebrated as a symbol of the Dakar. As the Dakar 2017 flies by San Juan in northwest Argentina, heads will be turned by this extraordinary landscape. The moonscape expanse of the Izchigualasto Provincial Park. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and its bizarre natural structures have been carved out of volcanic rock by the winds of millions of years. These rocks also hold the key to many prehistoric mysteries, having revealed a menagerie of dinosaur fossils in recent years. The name Izchigualasto comes from the ancient Quechua, meaning the place where the moon sets. Canyons formed by long dead rivers, red mountains looming above them. Over 600 square kilometers to explore, if you can brave the Zonda wind and the hot, dusty desert conditions. Previously in cars, Stage 10 was a motoring maelstrom. Dakar legend Stefan Petterhansel's composure was rattled by a collision with a biker. We're trying to concentrate on winning the race, but it's difficult. Focusing purely on victory, Loeb put his foot down. In the second part, I gave everything. I don't think anyone could go quicker than me through there. On his second ever Dakar, Mikko Hirvonen was the best of the rest, lying in 4th overall before disaster struck on stage 10, leaving him and co-driver Michel Perrin stranded in the desert.
The truck went off in this corner, and even though we were going really slowly, we didn't see it, so we hit the truck. And then the truck didn't see us, so then he reversed over our radiator and it burst.
We've got a radiator leak, so we have to fill it regularly, and if we keep topping it up, we'll get there. With the radiator refilled and water to take away, the mini crew continue their slow progress to the finish, leaving a little trophy for the helpful spectators.
Trofeo! Decora mi casa, my house.
And so to today, a beautiful morning in Argentina as the countryside braces itself for an historic battle. The calm before the storm. The penultimate stage of Dakar 2017 is about to begin, and the fight for victory is between Peter Hansel and Loeb. The strategy is to attack, to try and get some time back, and also stay on the road. It's not easy in practice, but let's go nonetheless. Today, the stages are relatively straightforward for navigation, so it's more about pure speed. And we know that's his strong game. So this is the battle for the 2017 glory. 27 Dakars and 12 wins across bikes and cars versus 1 Dakar and 9 World Rally Championships. Peter Hansel starts the stage with a lead of 5 minutes 50. Barring incident, Loeb will have to drive out of his skin to overhaul Mr. Dakar. But Loeb's intentions are clear. On pure speed, he has caught Peter Hansel in the stage. That's his dust up ahead. Absolute edge of the seat commitment from Loeb. And he's caught his teammate and rival. As Loeb follows Peter Hansel into the control midpoint, the newcomer has halved the veteran's advantage over the first 115 kilometers. With the 119 kilometers of the second section still to come, the battle lines are drawn. Meanwhile, this has not been a happy Dakar for Nani Roma, way off the pace of the leaders again, but still 4th overall. That's a very damaged front end for Yazid Al-Raji's Mini, but nonetheless an impressive display of speed and consistency for the Saudi driver. Best non-Peugeot on the stage so far. 6th overall going into the stage, De Villiers cannot match the speed of the Frenchman fighting ahead, bouncing his Toyota over the dunes, which has clearly picked up some damage at the rear. Looks like he'll miss out on the podium for only the second time in the last 6 years, only just keeping up with this guy, Orlando Terranova. From Mendoza, the Argentine is putting on a show for the many local fans, flying the flag for Argentina, and on course for a great result of 6th overall.
Whatever you know is something like everyone else, but the moment you wear the helmet and you're inside the car, it's a completely different story.
He's one of the revelations of this Dakar. For his first appearance on the rally, Abu Dhabi's Khalid Al-Qasimi is excelling in his Peugeot, in the same chassis Stefan Peter Hansel had when he triumphed last year. But this first experience isn't easy for the WRC driver.
It was quite a difficult challenge for me because first time to meet a co-driver, to come in a different country and to drive a baggy car, which is like not a four-wheel drive car, and with a team never been there before. I've never been in this. I've been in WRC Argentina, but not, doing the cross country. It's a new challenge for me. Everything was new. It's quite frustrating for sure. I'm a WRC driver. if I lose a corner or second, it just, it means a lot. To go and stop and change the direction or look for a waypoint, for me, it just changed the complete momentum, because you cannot keep the rhythm. So you keep thinking and you don't have the confidence anymore, you are in the right direction or not. Navigating is the key. It's a big key over here. And the navigation thing, it can cause you a lot, and especially in Dakar. It's not, okay, the speed is good, but it's not everything about the speed. It's more about how do you navigate, and you don't keep doing a lot of mistakes, because you lose a heap of time.
With a day to go, Al-Qasimi is best rookie in the car class, 10th overall.
I'm happy. So as soon as you see that our team and myself the best rookie, then I'm happy for it, yeah.